Hi everyone, I think I found the ultimate cream blush palette. So if you've been intrigued by cream blushes just like I was, let's hop into it together. This is the Pixi Louise Row Cream Blush Palette. It's found at Target. It comes with 25 different blush shades and it retails for $20. So already you can see that at $20 for 25 blushes, you're paying 80 cents a blush. So the top two rows are neutral colors. They range from a lighter neutral scheme to a darker color scheme, but it's pretty much a neutral color for any skin tone. And then this middle row here, these 5 shades kind of transition you into bolder shades. And then these bottom 2 shades are much more vibrant and they range from like summery bright colors to a little bit deeper fall colors that can take you into this new season. Okay, so first I'll be swatching these first 2 rows here. Okay, as I mentioned, this is the first row of colors right here, and they go from lightest to darkest, and then the same thing on that second row. I don't have any foundation on my face, I just have some mascara and then under eye concealer, so I'm also going to swatch these on my cheeks so you can see how they tap out. It's a different thing to swatch, and then it's a whole nother thing to actually apply them on your face how you would. So I'm going to apply this shade right here to this cheek, and that's looking like a true peach color to me. And the beauty of cream blushes is that you don't need a brush to apply them if you don't want to. You could just simply take your ring finger and pat them in. I tend to reach for cream products if I'm traveling or even if I'm in a rush to get ready because they're so much quicker. You just pat them away with your finger. Okay, so again, there is that color blended out on my cheek. And then on the other side, I'm going to take this neutral color and blend it out, and we'll see how they look compared. And then right away, I'm noticing it's just a brighter peach color, so it's a little more vibrant. Okay, so there are the first 2 colors blended out. Okay, there's the second set of matching colors in the 2 rows. I'm not worrying too much about placement at this point. I just want you guys to see the colors, and that way we can speed through all of the colors and you can make a judgment. I would say these 2 are definitely closer dupes of each other. Okay, these 2 are much less dupes of each other. This one's more of a coral color and this one's more of a berry, but they're definitely even more vibrant than the previous ones. Okay, those are the last 2 blushes in those 2 rows. I really like this deep tan one. It looks really pretty. Probably my favorite so far. Okay, so now we're going to test this middle row here. Okay, there's the middle row swatched out. Like I said, this row is a lot less neutral. It has more pinky tones in the first 3, and then we almost get a couple red tones in the end. So this one is a lot more vibrant, and I think this row is really going to give us some pretty effects. Okay, there's the first 2 colors on that middle row blended out on my cheeks. Ooh, I'm excited about this red color. I really like this reddish corally color. It's worth noting that I'm not wearing foundation, so if these are looking a little crazy, this is bare skin, so of course the more natural ones will look better with a no makeup look, but I think with foundation and if I paid more attention to blending and placement, this would look really pretty. My poor cheekies are getting sore at this point. I'm trying to be very gentle, wiping everything away, but they're still getting a little sore. Okay, and then the last color to try in this row is this one here. This color reminds me of like a cranberry apple color. Wow, that's gorgeous. And I went in ham with a lot of product, but that's okay. How about I put it on both cheeks? That way we can see how it would look if it's a little sheared out. Okay, so there's the same color on both cheeks. This one's just crazy, and then this one's sheared out a bit. Okay guys, home stretch. Now we're going to test these last 2 rows. Okay, so here are these last 2 rows swatched out. The first 5 being that second to last row, and then the last 5 being that very bottom row. With these 2 rows, you can really see that a lot of these are duping themselves. So here's those first 2 shades blended out on the cheeks. It's worth noting that this formula in the Pixi palette is matte and blurring, so it doesn't leave a dewy finish or anything. If you're seeing any dew or shine, it's because I've been wiping my cheeks so much that, you know, when you get that squeaky clean and your skin just looks shiny and just that, squeaky clean, that's what that's from. But the actual finish of this blush formula is matte, and it does have a blurring effect to the skin underneath, which is great. So if you're into that and you don't like that glowy, dewy blush, this would be a formula for you. Okay, so there's those 2 colors. They might look pretty similar on camera. This color though has more of a cranberry color to it, and this one's more of a deeper berry color. Okay, and now it's time for the final 2 shades in the palette. Okay, there are the 2 final shades in the palette. I hope you found this helpful, me applying it to the cheeks and blending them out slightly as opposed to only swatches. But now I'm going to wipe this off. I'm going to put foundation on and pick my favorite color for the cheeks and pick a favorite color for the lips to give you guys an idea of what a final look would look when I'm actually putting it over makeup and putting it on the lips, and I want you guys to see the finished product, at least for 1 shade. Okay, before I pop on my Maybelline Dream Radiant Hyaluronic Acid Foundation, I want to point out how rosy my cheeks look. It looks like I'm wearing blush at this point, but I'm not. I wiped all the 25 blushes off, and this is the result. I just have naturally rosy cheeks, probably from how irritated they are, but I just wanted to point that out. If you notice that, I have no blush on at this point. So let's go ahead and even that out with some foundation. Alright, much better. Now my cheeks look a little more evened out. That foundation calmed the redness. Okay, so I think my 2 favorite ones from the try-on were this darkest, like, nudie color, and then this cran apple color. It would be so easy for me to just go with the nude color, but I think I'm going to go bold and just do the cran apple on each cheek. Now I have to mention I was going very hard when I was doing the swatches and the cheek try-ons, but now I'm just going to apply the amount I would normally apply if I was getting ready every day. Okay, I think that side is good. And you can kind of see the difference between nothing and then the minimal application I did on this side. And like I said, it does offer a matte finish. You can definitely tell it took down the glow from this side, and it gives a blurring effect. And that's honestly where my largest pores are, so I'm happy it gives that blurring effect in that area. Okay, still going in with that same amount, then putting any excess on the bridge of the nose. Okay, and I think I'm happy with that. I'm not going to further blend as blush does fade throughout the day, and I'm going to choose a fun color for the lips. The only conundrum is, do I go monochromatic and use the same color, or do I do something completely different? Just to showcase a color that would be great for fall, I'm going to go in with the deepest berry shade in this palette. Not my normal MO for a lip shade, but I'm going to give you guys the benefit of the doubt so you can see what a bolder shade would apply like on the lips. I'm just going to go in with a generous amount and start dabbing in the center and blending out. Ooh, Okay, there's that color all tapped out on the lips. It definitely looks brighter than it does in the pan. I'll just show you so you can see. This looks a lot more plummy and this looks a lot more like a berry color, if you know what I mean. I think the deeper shade would benefit from a lip liner. I think with any of the nude shades towards the top, you could get away with tapping it in with no lip liner, but I think this shade would definitely benefit from a lined lip. But I think it looks really good on the lips. It feels very light. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything on the lips, so this is a great formula as a lipstick. It almost feels like it just stained my lips. Really quick before I let you guys go, I want to compare it to some of the other cream blush formulas I have at home. So one of the first cream blushes I ever had is this Honest Beauty cream blush in Peony Pink. This is one of the most natural cream blushes that I own. It goes on rather satin, and it's like I said, the most natural, so it blends out very easily and it gives you a very natural satin finish. This is a great blush for no makeup. The next blush I want to compare it to is the Believe Beauty cream blushes. This is the shade Tropical Sunset. The Believe Beauty blushes are definitely a little drier. They'll give you more of a matte finish, but they're very pigmented, so you can use the less is more approach. I also have the Milani Cheek Kiss cream blush formula. This is the color Blushing Berry, and this formula is a lot more wet, if you will. It gives a glossy finish, but it's not too pigmented. Then here's a second coat just so you can see. And then just to compare it to something a little higher end, I got this Wander Beauty cream blush in a BoxyCharm box. This is by far the dewiest formula. It is almost like a lip gloss. It's very pigmented and it gives quite the dewy finish. Okay, so just to compare and summarize this Pixi blush palette, I think it competes very well with other cream blushes, mainly in the pricing area. You're getting 25 blushes for $20. Again, that's 80 cents a blush. If you're in the market for a cream blush and you're at Target and you want to give it a try, I recommend it. I don't think it's bad by any means. Alright guys, that concludes my cream blush bonanza. I hope it helps you make a more informed decision when going out to purchase cream blushes. And until next time, off I go.
Off you go!